This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. So a lot of books have been written about Donald Trump, his administration, the scandals, the attempt at authoritarian rule, the self-dealing, the criminality, the absolute idiocy and incompetence with which he ran the administration, his botched handling of COVID. There's been a lot of books. And Stephanie Grisham, one of the last press secretaries for Donald Trump, is now going to write a book. She was also the former chief of staff of Melania Trump. So she knows a lot about what's going on. And this is considered by many to be the most dangerous book to be published. It's amazing to me that Donald Trump going in said he was going to hire the best people, all of the best people. Oh my God, so many best people, the best the world has ever seen, he said. And between firing, how many national security directors did we have? Between firing the incompetent ones who were the best until they weren't, how many people did he hire that were completely disloyal? Who wrote books? Who told tales? Who talked out of turn? Who violated their non-disclosure agreements, which is also an unprecedented thing for a president to impose upon an employee. This is from Axios, who scooped the story. The most dangerous Trump expose. Stephanie Grisham has quietly written a top-secret memoir of her 4 years in Donald Trump's White House. And a publishing source says she'll reveal, quote, surprising new scandals. New scandals. Never before heard of scandals. I mean, of all the scandals that we know of from the Donald Trump presidency, which was, I don't think it's out of turn to say on a weekly basis there was scandal. Every day was a new, abhorrent, sinister situation going on in Trump's White House. And she's going to reveal new ones. The book, I'll Take Your Questions Now, What I Saw in the Trump White House, will be published on October 5th by HarperCollins. So them dropping this story, revealing the story, is one, it's promotion of the book. I guess I'm part of it then, that I'm helping promote the book. But it has had a secret Amazon link that they reveal here in the article. A former West Wing colleague of Grisham's tells Axios, when I heard this, all I could think about was Stephanie surrounded by a lake of gasoline, striking a match with a grin on her face. A source close to the publication told Axios, Grisham knows where all the bodies are buried because she buried a lot of them herself. Now look, Stephanie Grisham is a vile and reprehensible character, and not for her disloyalty to Donald Trump. Someone who is themselves disloyal is owed no loyalty. I'm not saying anything about that. I just think it's funny that Donald Trump said he'd hire all the best people and then hired a colossally clumsy and woefully inept group of individuals. But it is interesting, and I would love to know what is going to be in this book. The source says Grisham has receipts. She was a press person, and it was her job to make sure she knew what was happening. Grisham was the only person to have served as a top aide to both President Trump as the White House press secretary and communications director, and First Lady's Melania Trump's chief of staff. She knows the family well and will shed new light on their dynamics with her first-person account, the sources said. Melania Trump guarded her privacy intensely and trusted almost nobody during her time as First Lady. Grisham, as her chief of staff, was one of the very few allowed into her inner sanctum. She saw another side of the Trumps in the residence that most staffers never got to see. Until now, only a handful of people knew of the book's existence. Grisham has deliberately kept a low profile since she resigned on January 6th. The book is heavily embargoed with code names used for the project. And there's been a dummy Amazon link, which I will put up here. And they wrap it up by saying that Grisham's former West Wing colleague tells Swan, Jonathan Swan, the famed, intrepid reporter, Jonathan Swan, there isn't enough water on Earth to contain the fire she could set to all of Trump's world, including parts like the First Lady's orbit, which not many people are in a position to illuminate. It's hard to articulate how much anxiety this is going to cause. Well, I, for one, am here for it. Stephanie Grisham, you reprehensible goon. I'm not going to buy your book, but I'm certainly going to be following along for all the morsels and nuggets that you drop as you disloyally dismantle Donald Trump and the administration. Because more information is better. These types of books and reportings surrounding the information that is revealed lead to sometimes criminal investigations and oftentimes civil litigation. Because this should be our focus. We can focus on many things at once, but this should be one of our focuses. To ensure that Donald Trump is investigated and prosecuted. What do you think, though? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. Thank you guys for engaging with my content. Thank you for subscribing and liking and commenting. It's always a great thing. It tricks the algorithm into showing my content to new individuals. I love you guys. Follow me on social media. I'd love to connect with you there and help support my work. If I bring you value, and only if I bring you some value, you can click the join button below, become a channel member for $2 a month, or you can head on over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt which is not just for my podcast. It also helps support and produce videos here on YouTube. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Until then, be genuine. Take care of one another.